Sea Salt & Company. We are now moving forward with our Flawless Face section of the newest collection, the Beauty Box. I'm going to use this image in front of you to demonstrate these 5 actions within this section. The first one is our Hello Gorgeous Airbrush action. And what this action does is create just a flawless airbrush look of your subject's skin without taking away the skin's texture. So all that will remain. You will not get a plastic look, the plastic doll look, the over-processed look. These were created in such a way that you will retain all the natural beauty of your subject, but you are just going to give it an airbrush finish. So I'm going to press play and show you how this action works. In this action, the first one here does not have any added colors to it, no foundations, it's just an airbrush. You will see a pop-up dialog box once you finish playing this, and it just is going to tell you exactly what I'm going to show you. Make sure you have the black layer mask selected, you have a brush and a white foreground color for your brush's color to apply this to the subject's skin. So I'm going to zoom way up on the skin here so you can kind of see how it works. And I'm just going to start brushing over the skin. And as you can see, it's starting to give her skin an airbrushed finish without the plastic doll look. It was created to retain the natural skin texture, but just even out the skin. So here is the before we applied the Hello Gorgeous airbrush and the after. You can just see it just naturally smooth the skin, but you still retain the skin's texture. The next action is the Hello Gorgeous Airbrush Plus Foundation. And this is different than our Hello Gorgeous Airbrush, as it not only includes the airbrush effect, but it also gives you the choice of 24 meticulously shaded foundations for your subject. You will not only be able to smooth out the skin and give a natural finished airbrush look, but you'll also be able to correct unwanted skin tone colors and really even out your subject's skin tone. When the action is done playing, you will get a dialog box that's going to tell you about this action and how to use this action. Just press continue. Open up this grouped layer and you will see all of our 24 foundation shades. We created all of these foundation colors not only with just their names for the colors, but also to give you some insight on the undertone of an image so you can pick the correct foundation for your subject. And we also added decimal naming to each of these to also help you whenever you go on through the rest of our collection and you want to do the Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector. It has concealers in it. You can match with the skin tone. Of course, you don't have to play it by the book. Every subject's skin's different, but we tried to help you really pick out the best colors that will work best for your subject. So, to apply this effect, all you need to do is go to your black layer mask, make sure you have a brush, and the foreground color is white, and all you have to do is just brush over the subject's skin. And what this is doing is just applying the airbrush effect. This is not our foundation color yet, just the airbrush effect as it was in the other action that we just played. Now what we want to do is, once we have did that, is find the foundation shade that best match our subject. Now the subject in front of us has more of a warmer tone in her skin. As you can tell, it's more of like a medium beige or a tan type tone. So all you need to do is find a layer that you want to start with and try to match the tones as good as you can. Now this one here, the foundation for her, the undertone is golden, as you can tell when I turned it on. You kind of get that gold tone, and that is also still a little too light for her. So if we turn that layer off and try another one, I'm going to go one step up. It blends in a lot nicer. And as you can see with this, when you turn on this layer, with the foundation shade, whichever shade you choose, it automatically will help even out skin tones and give your subject a beautiful glow. You can also apply this all throughout on the skin to help even out their skin tones. It does not just have to be put on the face, because we do want the rest of the body to match. So arms, anything like that, that's where you could put it. But as you can see, here's the before, where she's pretty washed out. She has some redness in areas, and her face is a lot lighter than it is down her neck, décolleté, and also her arms. If you turn that on, it automatically evens out the toning. So she's got more color to her skin, and it evened out and corrected unwanted coloring. The next action is our Hello Gorgeous Custom Foundation Picker. And what this allows is if you were unable to find your subject's foundation shade in our Airbrush Plus foundation, you can pick your own foundation shade. All you need to do is select the action and press play. You're going to get a dialog pop-up box that's going to tell you how this action works and the next steps you'll need to take. And just press continue. The first box that pops up, you do not need to change anything with this at all, just press OK. In the next dialog box, we have our color picker, and this is going to allow us to pick a shade of our subject's skin tone and match that skin tone. What you really want to stay away from is any shaded areas on the skin or really bright areas on the skin. You want to choose more of a neutralized area so we can get a correct foundation color for our subject. What I'm going to do on this particular image is go right down here into the lower jaw area to select my shade. Once you click your area, you will see the tone has changed, and then just press OK. You will then get another dialog box that tells you to make sure you're using your black layer mask, and you have a white brush selected, and then all you have to do is apply that on your subject. Just paint right over the areas that you want to apply this effect to. If I turn off this layer, you will see what it looked like before, and then here's us using our custom foundation picker. It evened out the tone. If you decide that the shade is still a little off, maybe it's too light or still too dark, open up your group layers, double click on the colored box there, and you can choose again a different shade, whatever you would like, and it will automatically tone the skin. Our next action in this set is the Flawless Hello Gorgeous Pressed Powder. This action is different than our Airbrush Plus foundation as it gives you your subject a finished matte look with the pressed powder. So if there's shiny spots, things like that, or the skin is actually already pretty good and doesn't really need any airbrushing too much or changing of the colors, if your subject has really good already a complexion, a really good complexion, this is really good for that. All you have to do is make sure the black layer mask is selected and you have a white brush and just paint over your subject's skin. And then what you want to do is go in and find your subject's skin tone, just like we did with our Airbrush Plus foundation. As you can see, the yellow boxed adjustment layers are turned off because these are the shades that we have to choose from in here. And again, just like our Airbrush Plus foundation shades, the naming and the decimal naming is another reason why we helped you match up your foundation shade. You can look in our PDF guide that is included in this collection and really helps you match your subject's skin tone, and it will tell you the good ranges to choose from, if it's lights, if it's tans, if it's deeps, or if it's darks. With this image, she is a golden beige, more of a tan. So we're going to start off with our tan neutral to see if maybe that would be a good selection for her skin tone. So all you have to do is turn on that layer, and I will zoom out here so you can see before and after. Here is the before using the plus shade tan neutral, and here's after. You can see it automatically helped the extra redness that was on her face. It evened out her skin tone and the undertone, and just really gave a nice, flawless look. But also, it just gives like a powdered finish as well. And it also helped neutralize any brighter areas on the face as it gives more of a matte type finish. The next action, the Hello Gorgeous Custom Press Powder, is just like our custom foundation picker. But just like the other action, just the regular press powder, we had built in several shades to choose from. If you are unable to match your subject's skin tone with the shades we have already provided and made for you, then the custom press powder would be best for you, so you can select the best shade for your subject. Once you play this action, you will get a pop-up box because we are going to custom select a shade on our subject. When the next pop-up box comes up, just press OK. You do not need to change any of these settings in this box. Here's our color picker, and we are going to again select a neutralized color on the face. Do not select from the darker shaded areas or any really highlighted areas such as the bridge of the nose, places where the natural light would send, because then it's going to give us too light of a shade. So we just want to pick a neutral area, and for this subject here, I'm just going to go down here on her jawbone area and click, and then it gives me a shade to work with. And then once you're done selecting your color and you press continue, it's going to pop up another box just to make sure that you use the black layer mask and you got a white brush selected. And then all you have to do is paint this on your subject's skin where you want to apply this effect. So if you turn the layer off, you'll see the before and the after. And it just really gave like a nice matte or demi-matte look and finish to your subject's skin. So this is it for the Flawless Face section. Thank you for watching.